little bit of LGBTQ history you might not know, or should I say herstory.
History!
Because the first person to publicly endorse same-sex relationships and destigmatize the whole being gay thing was none other than a woman, and a woman by the name of Emma Goldman. It would be impossible for me to condense Emma Goldman's wide-ranging and rather controversial at times biography into this tiny video that I'm presenting here to you today. But I wanted to highlight just some of the things that she was all about. Emma Goldman was a Lithuanian Jewish woman who emigrated with her sister to the United States, where she quickly got a factory job. And y'all, working in a factory at the time was no good. There was horrible pay, deplorable working conditions, you never got any time off or benefits whatsoever, and the whole system was extremely corrupt. Emma Goldman was all about unionizing and organization, and as an offshoot of that, she ended up into anarchism, because really, when you're at that low of a spot, power-wise, it's like the only way that we can fix this system is to overthrow it. But one of the most stunning things about Emma Goldman is that she didn't just blindly listen to and follow whatever the labor leaders or anarchist leaders were saying. She found her own voice and became a leader herself. Censorship from my comrades had the same effect on me as police persecution. It made me surer of myself and more determined to plead for every victim, be it of a social wrong or moral justice. She spoke out on all sorts of platforms, including the importance of free speech, unionizing, the trouble with marriage, the possibilities of free love, birth control, and women's rights and autonomy. Oh, and not to mention the whole fact that if you're gay, that's okay. I certainly do not feel that homosexual people are inferior, less moral, or less capable of fine feelings and actions. Of course, a woman who earned the nickname the most dangerous woman in America probably has some political ideologies that we might not all agree with 100%. It's impossible to deny that she's an outstanding example of the power of free speech. Like, that was her whole thing. She would always go on lectures and constantly be writing letters and pamphlets trying to get the word out about all these things she felt so passionate about, to the point that ironically she ended up being deported from the US because she talked like a little bit too much about how she wasn't too pleased that the US was involved in World War I. But that didn't stop her. She just changed her address and her audience, continuing to lecture around Europe, move around in different places, and eventually even come back to the United States for a 90-day visit. The US government was like, okay, you can come over for a visit. It is a tragedy, I fear, for people of a different sexual life who are caught in this world, who has so little understanding of homosexuals and are so crassly indifferent to the various gradations and variations of gender and their vast significance in life. We have more permanence than we know, and we have more impact than we know, whether it is speaking to the masses or just someone next to you on the train. And haters going to hate. Players, the capitalistic players, they're going to play with your money. And I'm just going to shake.